in a brave, bold manner, despite the divisive rhetoric that denies the reality that people from opportunity, and opportunity is best provided not by the government, but by people of initiative. Now, I've heard so much rhetoric about what you oppose if you support this tax bill, so let's see if we can't flip that shoe onto the other foot. If you oppose this bill, you oppose lowering rates for working and middle-income families while retaining the highest rate. Doesn't sound like a tax cut for the rich to me. If you oppose this bill, you literally oppose doubling nearly the standard deduction from $6,350 to $12,000 for an individual filer. And you oppose, if you oppose this bill, doubling the standard deduction from $12,700 to $24,000 for a married couple. Why would people oppose that? Do they think the government can make better decisions with the money that they earn than they can? If you oppose this bill, then you oppose simplifying the tax code by eliminating years of carve-outs, deductions made for special interest. Quite literally, a convoluted tax code benefits who? Tax attorneys and accountants. I suppose that the other side of the chamber is the party that has a vested interest in keeping tax attorneys and accountants at work. I want to see people in Mecklenburg County at work. If you oppose this bill, you oppose establishing a family tax credit. You oppose raising the child credit by $600 per child, and you oppose establishing a new credit of $300 per family member so that you might be able to help your mom or dad or aunt or uncle or a disabled relative who you choose to help in your home. Why would people oppose that? If you oppose this bill, you oppose reducing small business taxes to the lowest rate since the Second World War. If you oppose this bill, you oppose establishing a super low 9% rate for small startup businesses making less than $75,000 a year in income. Why would you oppose startups? If you oppose this bill, you oppose removing incentives that take money and jobs overseas. Don't talk to me about that. We know something about that in Virginia 5. So finally, let me submit this. For the folks at home who are smart enough to figure this out on their own, if you pay $100 more because a deduction is eliminated and your taxes are cut by $1,000 or more, as would be the case for a family of 4 making $58,000 a year, that's not a tax increase. That's not a tax increase. I've never, to my knowledge, other than the United States Army, worked for anything resembling a corporate entity in my life. But I know a lot of human beings who have. And I've seen what happens when we, through our divisive rhetoric, drive them away. This isn't about corporations. This isn't about the rich. This is about human beings. And I think it was succinctly summarized, if perhaps by accident, by my colleague in the other chamber, Senator Schumer, who said it's our research that indicates that if you pass this, some people's taxes might go up by 2023. Think hard. What that acknowledges is that between now and then, people's taxes go down. And while Mr. Jefferson also said that the fruits of the working class are safest when the assembly is not in session, I would submit that if indeed these problems exist, they should work with us to improve our tax code, which hasn't been touched since I literally weighed 112 pounds and had a full head of hair, and start being part of the solution and stop being part of the problem. Again, the government depends upon Americans, not Americans upon the government.